All right, let's dive into a recent TMZ report. This one's from April 8th. It covers a pretty significant situation out of Ohio
Hmm.
involving a teacher, Emily Nutley. We're going to look at what this report says about her guilty plea, the accusations involving a student, and then there's this other twist with her divorce.
Yeah, it's quite a mix. You've got the criminal side intersecting with these very personal legal issues.
Exactly. Lots to unpack here based on this one report.
It definitely suggests a complex picture thinking about accountability and maybe even motivations.
So let's start with the core of it, the criminal charges.
Hmm.
TMZ says Emily Nutley pleaded guilty just this Monday
Right.
to 2 counts of sexual battery. And this all comes from accusations of a sexual relationship she had with a student. This was at St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati.
Yes, and the report gets specific. It allegedly started in 2023. The student was 17 at the time.
Okay.
And an important detail here, Nutley was actually supervising a program meant to help students who were struggling.
Oh.
And the student, the alleged victim, was assigned to that specific program.
So a really clear power dynamic there.
Absolutely.
Right.
That context is pretty crucial.
Yeah. And the details that came out from the prosecutor, at least according to TMZ, they're quite disturbing.
What did the report say specifically?
Well, allegations of oral sex happening in her school office
In the office, okay.
and sexual intercourse as well. And then beyond the physical acts, she's also accused of sending nude photos
Mm-hmm.
and sexually explicit messages. And apparently the contact kept going even after the student tried to end the relationship.
That last part is particularly troubling, If he tried to stop it and it allegedly continued, it speaks volumes about the reported behavior.
Definitely a serious breach of trust, putting it mildly.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so this guilty plea didn't just happen in a vacuum. It's happening while she's going through a divorce.
Right, from her husband, Jonathan.
He filed back in November 2024, and the report notes this was pretty soon after she was indicted.
The timing. Okay.
But here's where it gets, let's say, more complicated. In her response to his divorce filing, Emily Nutley fired back with her own accusations against him.
Oh, what kind of accusations?
According to TMZ, she accused him of gross neglect of duty and extreme cruelty.
Wow. That's strong language in a divorce filing.
It really is. And given the timing, with her own major legal issues, makes you wonder.
Yeah, the TMZ report even kind of speculates, saying it almost looks like Emily could be blaming her behavior on a crappy marriage.
Right. So what does that mean, potentially, making an accusation like that in the middle of all this?
Well, legally it's complicated. It could be, an attempt to provide some context for her actions, maybe hoping it influences things.
Like sentencing in the criminal case or outcomes in the divorce itself?
Potentially both.
Yep.
But without knowing the specifics behind her claim of neglect or cruelty, it's really hard to say how valid that connection is or if it holds any water legally. It's just another layer to the situation reported by TMZ.
So to sum up where things stand based on this report, Emily Nutley has pleaded guilty to the criminal charges. She's now waiting for sentencing.
Correct.
And at the same time, her divorce case is moving forward, and now it includes these pretty serious counterclaims from her against her husband.
Exactly. It's like these two legal tracks are running parallel, but they're clearly intertwined, a real tangle.
It really underscores how personal actions, especially when they breach professional boundaries like this, can spiral into really complex legal situations on multiple fronts.
Absolutely.
So for everyone listening, this case really brings up some tough questions. Thinking about accountability, responsibility, maybe even the factors that can lead to situations like this. And remember, we're looking at this through the lens of an initial news report, and the legal processes are still ongoing. So maybe think about what other information would you want to know to really get a fuller picture here? What else might be relevant?